Hello guys, it's Dale here with the Daily Levels commentary for the 15th of November 2017. Now let's start with US dollar Canadian dollar today, because there's our short level being approached. The short level is at 1.2757, so maybe we'll also do some live trading as we did yesterday. This short level is based on this strong rejection of higher prices, indicating strong sellers pushing the price aggressively lower. If you look at yesterday's volume profile, you can see that it was a D-shaped profile. You can see those extremes right there and there. And this means that there is temporary balance between buyers and sellers. And in a situation like this, you basically want to trade those zones with the volumes right there. The volumes in this area are better visible on the cumulative profile right there. This is the exact level we have. So those were the zones I was looking forward to trading. The first one got tested a little bit sooner, which was a bit unfortunate. You can see that it was pretty strong level, and there were several tests of that level. I discarded this long level after this test. This was the first test, and after this test I wasn't really into trading that level anymore. So this level is discarded, unfortunately. Maybe you have noticed that there were so many cases when the price turned just a little bit before our levels, so there is basically nothing we can do about that. There is no point of taking the trade sooner, because usually when you do that, the market tends to return back to the normal behavior, and usually you just end up taking trades sooner and having worse results. So for that reason, I'm sticking to my method and just wait for market to return to the usual market behavior. So as I said, this level is discarded, and there is a new level which is based on those heavy volumes accumulated in this sideways price action, in this volume accumulation. You can see that right now there is a strong buying activity pushing the price upwards, indicating strong buyers were accumulating their volumes there. You can see that the heaviest volumes in this accumulation area were right there, exactly at our long level. So let's wait for a pullback and go long from there. And as I said, our short level, so right there at 27.57, and the reason for that are those volumes. The level is being approached. There is upcoming news, but it's in an hour, in 60 minutes exactly, so there's plenty of room for the trade to develop. I have a limit order set for that level, so we'll see if it gets triggered. I hope it does. If you look at yesterday's trading, the first level on the US dollar Canadian dollar we had was a long level from this area. I already commented on it in yesterday's video. It was a live comment video. If you didn't see it, go and check it out. I think that you can learn a thing or two from that trade. And the second trade was from this area. It was long trade, and even though it looks like we caught the low of the day, we actually didn't, or I didn't, because there was a test which came a little bit sooner. There was a test like that. And for that reason I discarded this level. I wasn't trading it anymore. If you were using limit orders, it was a very nice profit for you, but unfortunately not for me. Another trade on the US dollar Canadian dollar yesterday was short from this area. Absolutely no reaction. The price just shot past that level and reacted on our second short level, which was at 27.65, so there was a profit from this one. Alright, I'm still not in the position. The price was very close, but I'm still not in the position, so let's have a look at the other pairs, and let's go back to US dollar Canadian dollar if anything happens there. So let's go to the euro dollar. And as you can see, there is very strong and aggressive buying activity, almost without any pullbacks. And I don't really think that this buying activity is news driven. There is no fundamental reason behind this. At least I wasn't able to find any. And maybe it's a short squeeze, I don't know, but we need to adapt to this strong buying activity, and we'll adapt by taking long levels. So in strong buying activity like that, you want to look for volume clusters within a strong buying activity. So the first very strong volume cluster is at 1.1793. You can see very heavy volumes accumulated in this area. After that, strong buying activity. You can see the volumes right there on the daily volume profile and also on the cumulative profile. So this is the first long I'm going to take, and the second one is at 1752. You can also see very heavy volumes on the cumulative profile, and yeah, also it was yesterday's short level, which is also a pretty good sign. I discarded that level because the test of that level came a little bit sooner, as I said in my yesterday's video. So this is another good reason for entering a long trade from this area. First reason is this volume accumulation within strong buying activity, indicating strong buyers were adding to their buying positions there. Second reason is that it was yesterday's short level from this area. So basically it's a reversal trade. There's also another long that I'd like to trade, but I really doubt that it will get hit today. It would mean very strong sell-off on the euro today, which is pretty unlikely, I would say. So let's wait and see. There is upcoming news in 55 minutes. I hope that this long level doesn't get consumed by the news. Alright, so I'm still not in the US dollar Canadian dollar. The reaction was 7 pips from the level. Let me show you. Oh, this is 1 minute chart. You can see that the price almost hit the level, but only made 7 pip reaction. A 7 pip reaction isn't really that big reaction for US dollar Canadian dollar because it's more volatile, and I may be a bit aggressive, but I'll still consider this level valid and I'll still like to trade it. So let's wait and see. And in the meantime, let's go to the Australian dollar, US dollar. You can see that there was a very strong sell-off in today's Asian session. Basically, it was an open drive, which means that when there is a session open, the market just goes in one way, which is what happened on the Australian dollar, US dollar. And in case like that, you want to enter a trade from the point the sell-off started or the aggressive move started. So in this case, it's this level, it's 76.31. And if I show you the whole week on the cumulative profile, you'll see that it's the point of control of the whole week, meaning that the heaviest volumes throughout the whole week were accumulated in this area, and the heaviest volumes right there. So that's basically where our short level is. If you look at futures, it's a little bit lower, it's 1 or 2 pips lower right there. So that's the reason for the first short level that I'm going to take on the Australian dollar, US dollar. If you go higher, you can see that my second short is also placed on very heavy volumes at 76.61. You can see the volume accumulation right there in this area. The volumes are those volumes and also those volumes. So what happened is that heavy volumes got accumulated in this sideways price action area, also in this sideways price action area. After that, there was a strong sell-off, as you can see right there, and a very aggressive sell-off right there, indicating that sellers are strong on the Australian dollar, US dollar. They are dominating. And also long term, the Australian dollar US dollar is in downtrend. So for that reason, I'm looking for short trades, and I think that sellers are pretty strong there. So I'll wait for pullback to this level and go short from there. Also, we can notice that our short level at 76.48 got hit yesterday, right there. Unfortunately, I had to quit the trade before the news, so I didn't take a full profit there, but you can see that the reaction was pretty flawless there. Alright, so let's have a look at the US dollar. Canadian dollar. I'm in a trade right now. I just entered it, so let's wait and see what happens. And in the meantime, let's go into the US dollar Japanese yen. If you have a look at the long-term point of view, it's under strong selling activity. For that reason, I'm only looking for short trades there. There was a very strong sell-off in today's Asian session, and there were two pretty nice and strong volume clusters created within that sell-off. The first one is at 113.21. You can see volume accumulation in this area, pretty heavy volumes accumulated in this sideways price action area. There was also rejection of higher prices and strong sell-off. All this indicates strong sellers adding to their selling positions, pushing the price lower. Also, there's one thing I wanted to show you. This strong support turned into strong resistance zone. So for those reasons, I think that this level is a pretty strong one, and I'll be waiting for a pullback and go short from there. My second short is at 113.40, and it's based on those volumes and also on those volumes that got accumulated in this sideways price action area. You can see that after this volume accumulation, there was also a very strong sell-off, indicating that those volumes were volumes of strong sellers. There was also rejection of higher prices and strong selling activity. So for those reasons, I think it's pretty viable level to go short from. If you look at the cumulative profile of the whole week, you can also see that it's basically the point of control of the whole week. So definitely a strong area to go short from. So let's wait and see. Let's have a look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar. So right now there is basically no reaction, so we need to wait a bit, I guess. So alright guys, those were today's intraday levels. If you have any questions regarding those levels, if something wasn't clear enough, please ask in the forum. I will try my best and answer your questions. And I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, and until then, happy trading!